Welcome back to Cruise First with Derek and Polly, a bite-sized show now packing a punch with some ultimate deals from Royal Caribbean. We'll be cruising you around the Med in October later, perfect time for a night in Rome and a relaxing 14 nights on Explorer of the Seas around the Med to Barcelona. But first, the hotspot in cruising right now, and that's the Arctic Circle for July on Jewel of the Seas, and we're getting on board in Amsterdam, so we'll fly you over from the UK on the 5th of July.
Fabulous.
Wowzers,
Very,
where you
very
will
nice.
join Jewel of the Seas. Lovely. And it'll be just before the summer holes, so hopefully shouldn't be too many children on board, if that's sort of something that you factor into your holidays.
Although, to be honest, you would never know half the time. And I say this for most cruise ships, actually, because their provision for, kids is so good that you hardly notice that they are there anyway, because generally they have their own kind of water park or their own activity centre or their own bit of the ship, and that's where they want to be because it is just like the cool place to be. So mum and dad get kind of, and nan and granddad and everybody else that's on the holiday kind of get left to their own devices as well, which is really, really good, in fact, because it has that kind of ideal balance. Which is very nice. Love it. Always cheerful on Royal Caribbean as well.
Always cheerful. I think they have lots of activities, lots of entertainment, like you were saying, for the kids, but for the adults too. And then, of course, dining is just amazing. So many gorgeous restaurants on board. You will just have the best time. And, I think the nice thing is, because there's such a choice, you can literally go to a different restaurant every night. Chops Grill, which is very famous for Royal Caribbean, delicious. And then late into the night, there's lots to do, whether it's doing something quite spiritual and relaxing, or whether you want a live entertainment show, you can do that, some music as well, or maybe you just want to sit on that top deck and watch the sunset. The first port on this incredible holiday is in Norway, in Geirangerfjord. Now you'll find the Norwegian Fjord Centre here. Now it's a multimedia on history of the region, very exciting. Onto Mold. Here you can take in the stunning views of the city and the surrounding fjords from the Varden viewpoint, known as the Mold Panorama. A day at sea and you'll arrive in Honningsvåg. Again, a lovely place. It's all about enjoying the scenery here, the incredible views, the North Cape, and there's a great ice bar there as well. Next, it's Tromsø. Here you can visit the Arctic Cathedral, known for its striking architecture, which resembles an iceberg. You'll then cruise the Arctic Circle to Flam, which is the world's longest and deepest fjord, and also the home to the Flam Railway, which is 3,000 feet above sea level. Alisson next, where you can sample local seafood, take in the views of the fjord, the surrounding mountains as well, and enjoy the area. Olden is lovely because there's the skylift there, one of the steepest cable cars in the world, which takes you from the fjord to the top of Mount Hoven and see those amazing panoramic views from the top. Bergen is next, where you can explore Bryggen, the historic wharf area of Bergen, which is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Admire those colourful wooden buildings. And then it's back into the port for Amsterdam for a very short flight home.
Yes, back from Schiphol, one of my favourite airports, which is fantastic. Although you do get in your steps around Schiphol, let me tell you. It's good because it's a hub airport. You get your steps in. Mr. P says he'll ask for one of those trolleys. This is a brilliant opportunity. Now, as the package is, we fly to Amsterdam and we cruise from there and back into Amsterdam and then fly back to the UK. But if you wanted to extend that and add some nights there, or maybe you want a couple of nights in The Hague, or a night in, what's the other one? Rotterdam. Maybe you want a couple of nights there in Rotterdam, or then Amsterdam as well. No, not Rome. Rome doesn't work, Mr. P. That's in Italy. Anyway, he's thinking of the song, I think. Anyway, listen, back to this cruise. It's the chance to cruise up to the Arctic Circle and the north of Norway with some wonderful scenic fjord cruising as well. One of my favourite ports is in there, Olden, which is beautiful, and Flam, which is really brilliant with the railway. And the waterfall at Kjosfossen, one of my favourite places, you'll enjoy. Remember, flights to and from Amsterdam included, and the cruise itself is 13 nights on Jewel of the Seas as well. Really? Really, you need to see this. So good. Look, 1,299 per person. So this is for July. It's not that far away at all, actually. So if you've been looking for something and you think, actually, well, we fancied the fjords, most fjords itineraries are like 7 nights, aren't they? This one goes out even further, 13 nights, and gets you up to the Arctic Circle as well. So you've got more cruise and you've got your flights to and from Amsterdam. And if you wanted to top that up, a couple of extra nights in Amsterdam, almost be rude not to really, wouldn't it? While you're there, why not say oi oi to those lovely folk in Amsterdam? Here's the details if you want to upgrade. We can package it up for you any which way you like, of course. So if you did want, you know, Amsterdam, The Hague, Rotterdam, a couple of nights in each before you cruise.
Sounds beautiful. That should be a song.
That's right. Should. I know, but Liverpool and Rome are in it as well. And that well, you could go to Liverpool first. Couldn't you? Liverpool to Amsterdam and Liverpool to Rome. We could do it in order, couldn't we, to the song. Get the beautiful South on the phone. Right, anyway, call us now, 0800 953 4700.
Right, next, we've got a couple of cheeky weeks away in October. Now, after the rush of the summer season, this is a brilliant time to explore the Med and Rome without the crowds, whilst still enjoying some of the good weather as well. So, on our 15 nights, it starts on the 18th of October, flying over to Rome, starting things off with a one-night hotel stay.
We were just talking about Rome.
I know, we fitted it in.
Wow.
Amazing. Look at Rome. I mean, I don't even think you need me to speak right now. You know exactly what you want to do there. There's so many iconic historical things to do. So you've got one night there before joining Explorer of the Seas. 14 nights you're on board for, so you're going to have the best time enjoying that rock climbing wall. You've had a go at that, haven't you?
Yeah, I got pretty much, did I get halfway or nearly 3/4 the way?
You didn't get to the top. Oh, well done. Bit of ice skating on board. Bit of golf, maybe you want to do the flow rider as well. If you could sort of learn to surf. There's lots going on, lots of activities outdoors. And then if you want to kind of enjoy peace and quiet serenity, there's the spa indoors. Nice thing as well that Royal Caribbean offer are like exercise classes. So whether it's a bit of yoga or a spinning class, a HIIT class, there's all sorts of activities sports-wise you can do, which you might need to after you've sampled the gorgeous, gorgeous restaurants. There's some amazing places on board. When it comes to speciality, you've got the Azumi Japanese restaurant, fresh sushi there. Johnny Rockets, yum, I love a burger, don't you? You've got Giovanni's Table, if you want some Italian while you're on board as well. Chef's Table as well, Shops Grill, Sorrento's Pizzeria, amazing. Now, we've talked about the spa, we've talked about the activities. Another thing that's really good to do when you're cruising are the shops. Some incredible shopping on board, whether you want to get some nice designer sunglasses or perfume at duty-free prices.
Yeah.
And then in the evening, look at that entertainment. So we're cruising out of the port for Rome. You'll then arrive in Santorini in Greece. Oh, it's beautiful here. Red Beach is one of the most famous beaches on the island because it's got unique red volcanic sand. You're on to Mykonos here, where the iconic windmills live on the hill overlooking Mykonos town. They're a symbol of the island. Then it's Ephesus in Turkey. Now, this is one of the best preserved Roman archaeological sites in the world. You've got the Library of Celsus, the Temple of Artemis, and the Grand Theatre there as well. On to Bodrum. The Castle of St. Peter is a medieval castle. It's a must-visit attraction. It's got the Museum of Underwater Archaeology there. Oh, nearly tripped up. Then it's Limassol in Cyprus. Nice here to go to Limassol Promenade and just take a stroll along it. It's a real picturesque waterfront area lined with palm tree cafes. Next, it's the port for Athens. You can go and explore the Acropolis, the ancient citadel located on a rocky outcrop above the city. Oh, incredible. It's your second stop in Mykonos after that, where you can explore the Parapotani Church, a unique whitewashed structure of 5 small churches together. The port for Sicily next, where you can take a guided tour to Mount Etna, Europe's highest and most active volcano. Ooh, very exciting. A day at sea, and then you'll arrive in Mallorca, where you can wander around the old town. You'll find charming squares, historic buildings, hidden courtyards. Just sounds really lovely, doesn't it? A day at sea takes you back to Barcelona, where you'll come off the cruise ship, and it's a very short flight home for you.
Yes, that's good actually, isn't it? So you start in Rome, you end in Barcelona. We've got a one-night stay in Rome and currently no stay in Barcelona, which you could add there. Or you could maybe add a couple of extra Rome, couldn't you? But actually, well, let's look at the price of the package first, and then we'll make our plans from there, shall we? That's probably a good idea, Derek, isn't it? Right, I love it when I agree with myself. Right, flight from the UK then, out to Rome, a night in a hotel there, 14 nights of cruising on Explorer of the Seas, and you've kind of got a couple of different, itineraries going on there around the Med from Rome to Barcelona, and of course the flight back from Barcelona. Okay, yeah, you'll like this. Let's have a look at the price tag. This is coming up soon, actually, isn't it? Well, I say soon, this year at least, because we've been doing a lot of booking, haven't we, for next year and for 2026. And actually, have you got your plans in place for this year? 1,299 per person. So that's 15 nights as it stands right now for October. That pretty much takes us, to the end of, just nips us into November, doesn't it? Might be nice, add a couple of nights in Barcelona to that, or maybe up the one night in Rome to a couple. Completely up to you. We can make anything happen for you. 0800 953 4700. What about upgrading on board then? Because Royal Caribbean always offer you a treat in terms of your time on board. There's so much included in the price that you pay anyway, which is brilliant. So many activities, incredible entertainment as well. I mean, they spend billions on entertainment across their fleet, and their entertainment is so varied as well. Very, very nice atmosphere on board you are going to love. So 1,299 per person there, and of course that's yours for the tailoring as well if you wanted to. So changing the nights in Rome, adding nights in Barcelona as well. Very, very easy, and you can deposit that today as well. So lock in the price, $399 per person today, and that locks in that price for October. And you might need some plans, Polly is very optimistic that we are going to have a very good summer, aren't you? I
think you've got to have a positive attitude, and I think we've had such a cold, long winter. We deserve one. So I think
it's positive, and there is yeah, there is reality, Mr. P said. Yeah, there is being realistic, isn't it?
This is why I do like to have my holidays, because you just never know. So if you've got something in the bag, and I think that's a great itinerary, because like we said, October, things were a little bit quieter, but still in Europe, you can have lovely, lovely warm weather. Perfect weather, not too hot, not too cool, just nice.
Absolutely, that's why we head in that kind of direction, isn't it? Because you can get some great temperatures at that time of the year over in the Med. Some interesting food for thought there. Now, of course, remember, every Royal Caribbean cruise there is on every Royal Caribbean ship itinerary around the world is all on our website right now, cruise1st.tv. In fact, we've recently been talking on another show about Icon of the Seas and
I know.
Utopia of the Seas, of course.
So exciting. So if you want to sort of see where they're going and what they're doing, you just literally put in the ship you want to go on, and it'll show you all the itineraries. There's going to be so much choice there for you.
Dead easy. Listen, stay right where you are, because we've got plenty more shows on the go, and don't forget we're 24/7 on our YouTube channel as well. So if you fancy a fix in the middle of the night, we will be there as well. We'll be back here in a couple of minutes with more.